Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Asim Munir, the military head of Pakistan, or I would say head of Pakistan because I guess he's representing Pakistan in all international platform. The Prime Minister is as good as invisible. But that being said, the military head of Pakistan says that he's going to bomb Reliance Industries Limited Jamnagar refinery. He yesterday said that, we are a nuclear nation and we will take down half the world if need be. And all this, he says it from the American soil. He doesn't talk about all of this from Pakistan. He's talking all of this from American soil. The point that I want to make clear today is, unless and until we understand a situation very clearly, understand the problem very clearly, there is no way we can talk or even think of a solution. Somewhere down the line, I think what we will try and do is decipher the problem. And then maybe let's talk about the solution. Let's get right into the show. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put few situations, few instances in front of you, few headlines in front of you. Then we'll try to connect all those headlines. Then let us do this exercise of deciphering what the problem really is. And then let's discuss solutions. So this is what my editorial is going to be. Now, the first point I want to make is Asim Munir, the de facto head of Pakistan, spoke in United States. He was in Tampa, Florida. And he said yesterday that we are a nuclear nation. If we think we are going down, we'll take half the world down with us. He's sitting in a country that is a flag bearer of nuclear non-proliferation treaty. They are the flag bearers. And he's sitting in that country and he says that I'm going to nuke half the world. America is okay with that. America is okay with that. He went on to say this kind of, I also agree. He went on to say that India is a shining Mercedes coming on a highway like Ferrari, but we are a dump truck full of gravel. If the truck hits the car, who is going to be the loser? Well, to some extent what he said is also correct. He is a dump truck and full of gravel. So, yeah. But all of this, not from his country, but from American soil. And America is okay about it. You see, today, which is most surprising, same from American soil, he threatened Pakistan's army chief put a target on Reliance Industries Limited refinery, the world's largest single-site refining complex at Jamnagar in Gujarat in case of any future military conflict with New Delhi, indicating for the first time the intent to hit India's economic assets, especially oil installation. Pehli baar suna hu main ye. I've heard this for the first time. An army chief targeting at a individual man's property. Reliance Industry belongs to, the major shareholder is Mukesh Ambani. And a military chief of a country sitting in another country is saying that I'm going to target that man's refinery. What nonsense! Is he even making sense? Is there some kind of a game going on? Anyway, again, the point that I want to make is, I will not waste much of time on this one, but the point that I want to make is, please understand, a military head, I don't know what he represents, but is sitting in United States and threatening to nuke the world and India. And United States is quiet. Now, let me take you through another headline. Like I said, let's connect all this. So please keep all these headlines in mind. Let us connect all this. Donald Trump today says that I have extended, I'll read it out actually. I have just signed an executive order that will extend the tariff suspension on China for another 90 days. All other elements of the agreement will remain the same. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Donald J. Trump, President of United States of America. He extended China's tariff. He doesn't extend ours. Achha, China purchases more oil from Russia than we do. China currently has a lesser tariff than we do. They have 30%. We have 50%. And they purchase more. And we have 50% because we purchase oil from Russia. They purchase more oil from Russia. But their tariff is extended. Now, mind you, what does that mean? That means is neither is this man Trump interested in what he calls as reciprocal tariff. मतलब तुम अगर हमको charge करते हो, if you are charging high tariff on me, I will charge high tariff on you. That is not what he is interested in. Neither is he interested now in penalizing. His interest is in cutting wings. His interest is not his country. He has an angst with an individual. He has an angst with an individual, and that is the individual he is trying to undermine. And that is where we are getting. This is China. Now, he has also made a statement that I may go to China, but it could be only at the invitation of President Xi, which has been extended. Otherwise, no interest. Thank you for your attention. He says, I will go to China if President Xi invites. Otherwise, I have no interest. I will not go for any summit and all. I will go for President Xi's interest. He says, I have extended. Last time he extended for 90 days. Again, he extended 90 days. India, immediate. We are now levied with 50% tariff. So, somewhere down the line, like I said, please start connecting the dots. Trump to meet Putin. The highly anticipated meeting between myself, that is Trump, as President of United States and President Vladimir Putin of Russia will take place next Friday, 15th of August 2025 in the great state of Alaska. Further details to follow. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Now, please look at this strategically. Trump, I think, 24/7 is thinking about undermining Modi, undermining India. 24/7. The first thing he did was pick up Pakistan, pick up the most disruptive person of Pakistan, that is Asim Munir. Not a Shahbaz Sharif, a democratically elected leader, but the most disruptive person of Pakistan, Asim Munir. He has adopted him, literally, because Asim Munir now, I think, stays more in America than in his own country. And he is empowering Asim Munir. And Asim Munir is busy sitting there and threatening India. Mind you, United States, in the presence of Asim Munir, termed also has declared Majid Brigade, that is the Balochistan Liberation Army, as terror group. So, anything that Asim Munir wants, USA is offering in a platter. Point number one. Point number two, there was this huge understanding that the more India is going to be pushed, the more India will be pushed towards Russia and China. And India, Russia and China, RIC, may come together. It will be a very formidable group. Trump is trying to break that. It is not India out of the RIC that Trump is trying to take his old good friend by his side and then, kind of take things further. He is actually singling out India and trying to build a bridge with Russia and China separately. See how ironic it is. Zelensky calls up India. He didn't call up China. He calls up India. And worst is the United States, as Indian External Affairs Ministry says, buys uranium and fertilizer from Russia. They have no problem. Zelensky calls up India talks to Prime Minister Modi, but European Union buys more oil, more coal, more gas from Russia, that he has no problem. His problem is India. He calls up Indian Prime Minister. Think about it. The point that I am trying to make is what I said before. This is a strategy of Trump to corner India. And this strategy stems from the fact that there is something that he is not comfortable with Modi. And this discomfort is showing very, very evidently. Like I said, he has an axe to grind. And that's exactly what he's doing. And that's exactly what he's putting to practice. Now, a lot of newspapers, some newspapers, including Bloomberg, carried an article which says that there was a 35-minute conversation with Modi and Trump. And the fact that Modi said that we will not accept any mediation in that conversation. And this conversation was so that they can have ceasefire between India and Pakistan. And incidentally, Modi in this 35 minutes conversation said that we will not accept mediation. And Bloomberg feels that, that possibly could be that trigger point which caused the problem between Modi and Trump. I beg to differ. I beg to differ on 4 counts. Number 1, India has said before also, in 2019, India has said that we will not accept any mediation between India and Pakistan. India and Pakistan is a bilateral affair. We will handle it between the both of us. We don't want any mediators. We had said this in 2019 also. There was no backlash. Trump didn't feel bad. Trump didn't feel bad that Modi said this. Then why should he feel bad in 2025? What has changed in 6 years? Point 1. Point 2. Trump did not invite Modi for the oath-taking ceremony. Trump did not invite Modi for the oath-taking ceremony. This was much before the Indo-Pak war. Na? So why did Trump not single out Modi? There were 1,000 reasons given, but end of the day, Modi was singled out. He was not invited. Third, you see, Modi was possibly the only state head who Trump did not go out to receive. Modi's visit to White House was a very low-key affair this time. And fourth is the fact that, look at the body language between Trump and Modi. It was not that warm, hugs and all of that. It was not. It was very cold. So, my point is, I completely disagree to what Bloomberg says, where they say that, it was a 35-minute conversation that changed everything. I completely disagree to that. The warm relationship between Modi and Trump has changed cold. And this didn't happen today. This happened possibly a year back. This happened much before today. This happened much before the Indo-Pak war. And what you are seeing are the repercussions of that angst that Trump has for Modi. My last point before I conclude. You see, we had a boss long back. He was a very, very elderly gentleman. He was almost in his retirement stage, and we were interns. And he used to make a statement, which I remember very clearly. He would always say that if an individual has a relationship with another individual and that relationship brings about a business, then that business is not called a client. You have to call it business. The reason it will only be called a business and not a client relationship is because the relationship is between two individuals. Something goes wrong between those two individuals and the relationship can crash. He would always advocate that relationship always has to be institutionalized. He always advocated that a good executive, a good leader will never ensure that relationships are individual. He will try to transform those relationships into an institutionalized relationship so that it can last longer. And a few glitch here, a few glitch there, I didn't like you, I didn't like your face, I didn't like what you did, I didn't like what you say, will not result into the crash of that relationship, the fall of that relationship, the end of that relationship. It will not result to that. Because the relationship is based on two institutions. Likewise, two countries having great events, fantastic optics. All this is temporarily very good, but temporarily. A stable, a permanent, and a more organized relationship between two nations are built when the nations come together, when the diplomats come together, when the bureaucrats come together, when the people come together. That is when nations build relationship. Somewhere down the line, I think our relationship with USA went to its peak and came crashing down as fast because possibly it was built on two individuals' rapport with each other. The day that rapport developed cracks, so did our relationships. This is the point that I wanted to make. Till I see you next time, that's tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.